Hi guys, Ready Set RC back again today, and today I just want to do a quick update video. I think when I last left off with this truck, I was telling you guys that I was having problems with some of the screws on here in taking them off and being able to access the inside to, one, bind my radio to it, and two, just to see how everything is laid out inside. And I especially wanted to show you guys that. I am still working with Horizon Hobby to get the replacement screws, because at this point, as I was telling you guys before, it's about 3 screws that I'm running into that are so heavily, I'm just going to destroy them in taking them off. Because the problem, and for you guys who have not seen the first video that I had with this, the problem that I'm having is that the screws are so torqued into the plastic that in getting them off, I'm actually stripping out the heads before the screws are even properly taken out. So what I'm gonna have to do is drill those screws out, and then I've contacted Horizon Hobby to kind of give me replacements to them. I have since bought some stainless screws. There's no stainless screw set out for this, but I had bought some stainless screws for this, thinking that those would work because it was just a generic stainless screw set. But unfortunately, every one of the screws in there are not the proper size for this. So I'm still waiting for the final solution from Horizon Hobby at this point. I need to get back in touch with them and tell them that the screw set that I bought will not work. So just to show you guys exactly how many screws is needed to take this off, and I've explained this before in my prior video, it's 12 screws. I didn't show you what the 12 screws are, but I'm gonna show you guys now what the 12 screws are, and then what I'll do is I'll post up some close shots on my Instagram site, just showing you guys exactly where they are on here. So if they don't capture too well on the video, you guys can go to Instagram and see those screws that are needed to be removed to get this whole body off. As I was saying, it's the same as the Baja Ray. The Baja Ray had 12 screws, so for anybody who's had a Baja Ray before this, you're pretty familiar as to which screws need to be removed. It's exactly the same screws in the same areas. Simple as that. I've seen some videos out there where guys are pointing to these screws that need to be removed, and that's completely wrong. I just don't want people to think that these screws are the ones that need to be removed to get the body off. That's completely wrong. It's 12 screws. I'm going to show you guys exactly where they are so you guys are familiar where to take this body off. So you're not going through and removing screws that are unnecessarily needing to be removed to get this whole cage off. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you exactly where the screws are. You have one here, 2 is another one here, 3, 4, and you guys can see this is one of the screws I stripped out. The next screw, you're going to see that I already have it backed out here. This is number 5. The other one down on the other side, 6. So this screw is going to be a little hard to see, guys, but this screw is going to be number 7, and equivalent on the other side is number 8. And lastly, guys, here comes the last screws. This is number 9 and 10. And on the other side here, you got number 11 and 12. Once you remove all those screws, this cage is going to come right up. That's it. That's all you need to do to remove this cage, is remove those 12 simple screws, and this entire cage would come up. As I said, I can't show you guys on this video me removing the screws, because that would mean me destroying the screws that are on here, since my kit came over torqued. But once I get the replacement screws for this, I will definitely show you guys the cage removed and how easy it is to do. But I didn't want to prevent myself from running the truck, so I did not want to destroy the screws at this time. But it's just 12 simple screws to remove out. So that is it, guys. Just 12 simple screws to remove this entire cage off. You do not need to remove these screws here and all these locations to remove the entire cage. That is completely false. I just felt that I've seen way too many videos out there where guys are mentioning that these screws, that they got to take off all these screws to get the cage off, and that's completely false. You only need to remove these screws is if you're replacing the actual shell itself. and the shell is different from the actual cage. So unless you're replacing the actual shell pieces, these here and here and here and all in the shell, you do not need to remove them to get the entire cage off the body and get inside and do whatever you need to do inside the truck. All you need to do is remove the 12 screws that are on, that I have showed you guys, to remove this entire cage. Well, that's it, guys. Hopefully this video was able to clarify a lot of the issues that you may have seen or heard in regards to the Super Baja Ray and removing the cage. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram for our latest post to our channel. This is Ready Set RC, signing out. Thanks again, guys.